This is going to be a reading for Taurus. Hello, Bulls. This is going to be a reading for April 2024. I was trying to get you guys, hurry up. I started my cycle, but and usually I don't read when I'm on my cycle, but I wanted to hurry up and get to you guys because I want to do, your season is coming. So I want to give you like extra readings. Like I did Aries. So I got to show my bulls some love, of course. But I got my Spanx on because I like to feel secure. So I don't like it. Thief and Child Eternal just came out. Really, it was Thief that caught my attention, but Spirit, what do we have for my exquisite bulls for the mid-end of April 2025? Did I say 2024? My hands are a little greasy. Child Eternal. Did I say that before? I think I did. Child Eternal and Femme Fatale. And Damsel. Excuse me. Table. I keep leaning on it and I don't know why it's so... Maybe because it raises and this thing is kind of like... I wish it was like wider or something. I don't know. Anyway. So we have Child Eternal. Light attributes. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attribute. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. Femme Fatale. Light attributes. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Ooh, I was talking about that in the collective reading. Shadow attributes. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. That's crazy. I was just talking about that type of energy. Then we have Damsel. Light attributes. Understanding the nature of healthy romance. Inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow attributes. Waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. So I'm getting like these are very different energies. Very different feminine energies. The Damsel and the Femme Fatale. And then we have this Child Eternal here. I feel like I feel like I'm talking to a feminine energy. And I feel like this is a feminine energy that is going into her womanhood, or there's two different kinds of women here. It's the Damsel and there's a Femme Fatale. And I don't know, I feel like somebody is going to step into one of these roles, or is trying to decide which role they want to step into as a feminine energy. Or maybe this is talking about feminine energy in general. The Eight of Swords popped out. Usually when it pops out like that, it wants to. So we are going to leave it out. I'm not gonna count it as the cards though that I shuffle. I'm just gonna, as the first, I'll put it in the first row. Bottom of the deck you have the Ten of Cups. I like that, bulls. I mean, I definitely feel like this could be us, like feminine Taurus energy. Like, I feel like we could be both. The damsel and the femme fatale. Here we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, but in this Eight of Swords card, this guy is cutting her, her restraints. He's cutting them off. He has this weird look on his face. I don't really like the look on his face, but this is somebody that is mentally trapped. You're definitely not physically trapped. This could be trapped in this child eternal energy, but realizing that you're needing to grow up and maybe not being so sure which way to go. You don't, I was going to say it's two different energies, but what if you mesh them two together? The damsel and the femme fatale. Create your own type of woman. You don't have to be either or. I don't want it. I don't like it. But damn, I feel like I was supposed to take it. It was the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and it just came out again, but it's too many cards, so we're going to put it back. But the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We have a Three of Pentacles. And this Three of Pentacles, there's nobody here. This person is, so it's like maybe somebody left you hanging or something. This Three of Pentacles, or maybe they just started working on something without you. Like and maybe that left you in a position where you were like out of the, mentally trapped. Somebody might have just ghosted you. Yeah, with the Six of Wands in the reverse. Somebody just left you on red or something. Maybe you did some work for something, and I don't know what this is really. Could be narcissist though. This could be somebody like talking bad about you, or this could be somebody really speaking negatively about you. Not really speaking, but like, this is praise, public praise. In the reverse, it's like disdain, ridicule. It's not having a victory. And I feel like this happened out of nowhere for someone. Maybe it happened right when you were about to transition into this, more graduated feminine energy. And maybe it kind of stunted your growth, kept you in kind of like a child state, because, this is feeling trapped. And when you're trapped, you're not moving forward. Maybe this didn't allow you to grow up as a woman, and this is giving me like, women that are used to having pimps, used to having somebody telling them what to do. You know, to go do that, go do this, go do that, you know. And it gives you a sense of being independent because, you know, you're doing your own thing. But when you're stuck, it's like, look, you need somebody to cut those ropes for you. You don't really know how to make it on your own. You really don't. And it keeps you in this energy. It keeps you from growing into a real woman. Death in reverse. Again, it keeps you from growing into a real woman. Scorpio energy, that's the dark feminine mother. 2, it's in reverse, death. Oh, and then you got this Page of Cups in reverse. Oh, and a 7 of Swords with the 4, yeah. This is like home, the way you were raised. Somebody, the foundation wasn't right. Somebody stole something from you, and that's what made you 7 and then the 8. You know, 7 of Swords, then the 8. This is what got you stuck. Somebody ghosted you or something, or took something that you worked on and then gave you negative rapport about it. And I feel like it was real nasty too. And with this Page of Cups in the reverse again, that's this child eternal, but in the shadow attribute, this inability to grow up and be responsible. Maybe it's not even that you don't want to. Maybe it's not an inability. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to grow up. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. That's, you know, needing to call that John from, you know, even if it's been a couple of years. It's just always having to call daddy, all right? We got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I usually don't look at it like that again, but that was the King of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like there's some men here. He was in the upright, he's in the reverse now. The King of Pentacles. Then we got this Hierophant energy. Definitely, I talked about this in the other reading too. It wasn't directly about pimps and stuff, but I mentioned it towards the end of the reading, Taurus. And it's been a minute since I did that reading. I like to wait about an hour in between. Clear the energy, I clear the cards. I like to go outside and just take a small walk, you know, this little walk I like to do just to air myself out after each read. It's not long, maybe about 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes, probably like 15-minute walk, really. That's up a hill though, so I breathe in hard, you know, to let the energy out, in and out. I really do, like, try to keep the energy circulating because I don't like to... I mean, it would make sense that all the readings kind of are copacetic with each other, but I want it to be, you know, authentic. So this is the Before Tarot that I just used, Taurus, and this is the regular tarot. And here we have the Magician. I don't want to say pimp, but that's what the Magician represents. If there's a pimp card, it's going to be the Magician. He's in the upright though. And I don't think all pimps are bad, don't get me wrong. I think that it could be very positive. I think that it probably was something very positive, but it has been what's it called? Corrupt, just like everything else. And this, you know, this kind of thing is so easily corrupt, you know. But I could see how pimp energy could be very positive, but, you know, not if it's trying to hold on and not let go, and that kind of thing isn't good for anybody, especially to the point where you want to beat on and disrespect and keep somebody low, or somebody from, you know, even being mental, you know, like trying to fuck with people's mental health. That's fucked up. And that's what happens to men when they get into this energy. It's a tale as old as time. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. They never can. That's what the whole story of the little Wheel of Time movie, they talk about that a lot. And how the man and the dragon is supposed... In the beginning, it was like they wanted the dragon to be female, because if it was male, then it was just going to be volatile, and it might be... get out of control. And that's because it's this feminine energy, this fire. The dragon is the most nurturing the most nurturing energy. I believe it's in Chinese and Mayan, Toltec. It's the most nurturing of all the energies. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is not mastering something. Again, this is not letting go. This energy that somebody's trying to keep you dependent, trying to keep you from growing up, trying to keep you from blossoming even into this beautiful woman that you are supposed to be. And that's what happens. They don't want you to be that. Temperance. Wow, Justice in reverse. Wow, Queen of Cups in reverse. The Tower in reverse. We got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So somebody is going to come out of cold about something. I feel like you've had a lot of manipulative women and things around you too that has brought a lot of injustice, and that's probably what's kept you, you know, because again, the pimps, they got more than one, and then they got their homies, and they know how to give the gift of gab, and it's just really... Somebody could be a temperance angel, Sagittarius energy. We also got Libra. Here we have Virgo, and we have Gemini. We got these three broads here again. Okay, so somebody is juggling. They're not able to juggle. Yeah, I think this is somebody trying to keep you in this energy, and this is you trying to grow up, but it's not, you know. This could be a Scorpio doing this. They could be like that Cancer men too. And Cancer men work so well with the feminine energy too, because they are very emotionally in tune, but a man is so able to turn that off. And they'll become, you know, they'll turn. And that's what it does. It turns them. It's so weird. It's like a pit bull. It's like they turn evil, and it doesn't matter what kind of evil. It's crazy. Judgment in the reverse. Somebody made a wrong choice. That came out too. That was at the center of the reading for the collective reading. And it makes sense because we are about to be in Taurus season. We're actually closer to Taurus season than, you know, we're right on the precipice. Bulls, we are right on the precipice. And you know what is so crazy? I was freaking laughing my ass off because I was watching this like guy talk about Taurus, right? And I'm a Taurus. Well, my favorite chart to go by is my 13th astrology, which would mean that I'm an Ophiuchus. So in my 13th astrology, my Ophiuchus, I'm a Taurus rising and a Taurus moon, which, you know, I resonate with Cancer rising too. That's in my sun chart. I'm a Cancer rising because I do feel like I'm super sensitive. But oh no, man, I even had like strep throat problems when I was a kid. A lot. I got strep throat a lot. And you know, the Taurus represents that. And the things that I went through, I understand why I used to get strep throat a lot. But I was, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was laughing because he was talking about Taurus and how, you know, when we get mad, we, sorry, it was having me crack up. I didn't want to start laughing so hard now, but every time I do it, it cracks me up because I do it all the time. When I'm mad, oh my God, it's hilarious to me now because I didn't even notice it until he was saying it, and I was like, I was like, wait a minute. So then I've been noticing, like, you know, when I get frustrated or mad, I'm always like, like, you know, like a bull. You know, like bulls are the shit, the fumes are coming out of their nose, and they're like, oh my God. I don't know why it is so hilarious to me. I cracked up for a long time over that. Even when I do it now, it just makes me laugh so hard. But yeah, I don't know if you do that. Do you do that, boss? Because my ass show be huffing and puffing. I will blow the house down around this motherfucker. The way I be puffing and huffing. That shit had me crying. And I was like, oh yeah. You're an Ophi. You can... Well, the way I see it is funny that it's like child eternal. So like when I was younger, I do feel like I was a Sagittarius, but like right now I feel like I am in the process of transfiguring into that Ophiuchus because I have had to heal. And having to heal, you become, when you've healed, you become a healer. And I'm still not all the way 100% healed. Like, I don't feel like I will be all the way 100% healed until, this is just my thoughts of it, because we gain weight and stuff like that. And the weight a lot of times is the old memory, the old waste from, you know, the past. Just like the Ten of Wands could represent needing to lose weight. It's very, everything that's spiritual is also physical. So to me, I'm not going to be fully healed until I've lost all of the weight. And if you think about Buddha was real big, and then he got really, really small because of the fasting and stuff like that. But that's when he became enlightened and healed and stuff like that. So I don't think that it's, I think that that's what that is the level of healing that I want, that Buddha. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, but I feel like that. And don't get me wrong, I think for me, because I am an Ophiuchus and I am a healer, that it is important for me to go the extra mile so that I can, you know, the more I know, the more I'm able to help others. So that's like my thoughts of it. And I do think as an Ophiuchus that it is more important for me to have more grounding, especially in my moon, because of those placements. I have a 12th house moon, and that's all the hidden shit, you know? So I think that it is very important for me to be grounded, and I think that I have been very grounded and taking my time with these 12th house things that I've had to deal with. I really am proud of how I've handled myself. Very much like a bull, very slowly, you know, and really wanting to understand. And to me, I'm not able to really understand. If I can't speak it, then that means that it's not flowing. You know, it's not, there's something wrong with it. If you can't repeat something to me, it's because there's some holes, like some lies. I've always been like that. If you can't repeat what someone told you, or then it's because it didn't make sense, you know? But here we have the Magician, and I think that you have transmuted some kind of energy, some kind of stuck energy, something something from the past that was not, you know, it wasn't the best. Maybe it was giving you nightmares. Maybe that's what made you turn into a magician. Maybe somebody else is having nightmares now because you became a magician. Maybe it's this, you know, pimp. Whoever it is that's trying to keep you from growing up. You know, and this could be somebody that you were dealing with since you were younger or something, and they just will not let you go. Taurus, I've been there. I've been there. Yeah, they want to steal from you. That's what they did. They stole from you with this Seven of Swords here. Did I say that was here? Yeah, I did say that. And look, it came out. I did mention the Seven of Swords, you guys. And it came out right under there. I knew it. Even though I ran my mouth, I knew it was something. Ten of Pentacles. I feel like somebody stole a lot from you. And because you're meant to have a lot. And I feel like they know that. But you're probably meant to have a lot later on. See? I don't like it, Taurus. I feel like you were meant to grow into somebody very abundant. And maybe this person could see that. I feel like somebody's tripping you up. And they're using the other whores and, you know, with this Three of Cups. I mean, this is what I've been talking about. These other women to confuse you. I said that with the Queen of Cups. The Justice in reverse. This Queen of Cups was down here. Yeah, I said that. I think that this is just very prominent because of what we've been going through this last, like, 5 years. It's just been a lot of this because of the foreigners and everything, third world countries. The pimps have been in pimp heaven, okay? Especially with the booty stuff, the being able to build a body on these hoes too. Oh Lord, it's been pimp heaven. And I feel like it's about to reveal what it really is too. Because again, these men, they're uncontrollable when it comes to this. They turn into monsters, like literally. This is what all of the monsters are about. Dracula, it's all about this feminine energy and these men trying to control it and having this unhealthy desire for you and shit like that. And then they start doing magic on you, getting their hoes. I said this in the last reading, that a little group of hoes with their pimp is like a coven. That's a coven. That, I mean, sex is involved, sending people out to manipulate and misuse people is involved. Even if they're saying, okay, you're already married to each other because you already have an agreement. This is an oath that you have together. It's like a fallen angel. And that's what a fallen angel is. So now we have these three women. I said this in Capricorn's reading. People are angles. Angels are angles. They're just pathways. You look for your angle. And a lot of times when you're looking for your angle, it's a person. Oh, I know this person could put me in this, could take me here and put me in this room or that. That's an angle. So now we got these three women who were probably an angle for, even if it was a baller. You know what I'm saying? They would have been an angle for the baller, a good angle. But now they done got with this pimp. So now you married and now you done turned yourself into a negative angle. Because now you got an attachment to you. When you go get your man, you got an attachment. That's what this is, an entity attachment. What is an entity? An entity could be a person. It could be a business. It could be anything that's attached to you that, you know, is coming along for the ride. Especially if the person doesn't know. Or especially if the person knows and they're just too stupid to realize what's really going on and how it can really have them trapped up. And it's black magic. On top of that, you don't even look at it as black magic, but it's black magic. You don't have to. Some people, like I said, some people, I think I said this in the other reading too. It's not like we getting together and calling up Satan. It doesn't have to be like that for you to be. Y'all don't have to be into astrology, God, nothing. But if you're doing this, that is an entity attachment. That's black magic. Anything where you are altering the destiny or the life path of someone, that's black magic. That's what that is. Doesn't have to be, you know, literal witchcraft. So when I say witches, you know, this could be women at work lying about you. Just getting together, and they always eat together at lunch, and they like, this is Mean Girls. You know what I'm saying? At school, you know, in high school. That's that. Just coming together to put out negativity. And negativity could be manipulation. We got a King of Pentacles here. This King of Pentacles in reverse again. That's that pimp energy. And he don't give a shit. He's supposed to be faithful. He's supposed to be helpful. But he's money hungry. He's money hungry. And he look bitter as hell. He's in reverse. And this is Taurus energy. I hope this is not you, my bulls. Please. Because, I don't know. I think a masculine Taurus pimp, he could be dangerous. I was just talking about the maybe he does that a lot. Maybe that's how you know to leave him the hell alone, because he be huffing and puffing and shit. He looked like he might huff and puff. Oops, that was loud. We have Pisces here, and this, again, somebody is trying to, this is sacrifice. This is stealing your energy because they don't want to die. They don't want something to die. These people are taking your energy, your feminine energy, your ability to grow, Taurus. That's what's happening here. And it's this man. Or, I don't think this is you. I don't want it to be you. I don't want it to be you. Taurus, you could be somebody's pimp. You're going to get in trouble. That's not going to be tolerated no more. The divine feminine energy, these men and these women. And it's going to happen to women first. They're going to be punished. Then black men are going to be punished. Then everybody else. But women are going to be punished first. All women. Black women especially, though. And then black men, and then the rest of the men. Because it's our obligation, you know, to ourselves. That is the betrayal, is that we've betrayed ourselves. So yeah, it's been some lies here. If someone is not heartbroken over something, so this, yeah, I feel like that's this King of Pentacles. He is up late thinking, I feel like he want to kill something. Oh, I told you he dangerous. Didn't I say that? I said that. I said he might be dangerous. Doesn't have to be a bull. Could be them other two. Capricorn or Virgo. I feel like somebody has transmuted some kind of negative energy, though. I feel like maybe you were being tormented yourself, and that's what made you have. That's why you were stuck. Because it's the 8 and then the 9. We got the 7, the 8, the 9. You went through all the motions with the swords for sure. We got the 4 of swords in the 3 of swords in the reverse. I think that this was your whole dynamic. And maybe you didn't think that these people would do this to you because you guys had, grew together and been through the same struggle, but they came for your ass. And they're coming for your soul. Maybe they don't even know that. Maybe he not going to understand. Damn, that's deep. Maybe these men aren't going to understand that they've been doing black magic until they start being tormented. I just said it doesn't have to be that, but that's what you're doing, and that's spiritual. At the end of the day, even if I don't care if you ain't never thought of a spirit. This kind of stuff, that's spiritual, and it's gonna come back at you spiritually. And that's deep, because a lot of people not gonna understand what's going on. Pisces energy with this hangman. That's like death is like, hold up, buddy, I gotta come. It's like death is, and that's what this sacrifice stuff is about. It's about keeping a whole other group of people alive that aren't even really supposed to be human. They've given up their humanity. They were human, but they've decided to give up their humanity by going against the divine feminine. And maybe that's what this is too. Maybe this is trying to keep women in a low state so they never do grow to become divine feminine energies. I was saying too in a reading how the men were saying to older women that were, because there's so many women that are millionaires now, young millionaires, and these men were telling women, if you don't have any kids or you're not married and past 30, then it's something wrong with you, and and there was all these beautiful women getting on and defending themselves about that, and I just can't stand it. I can't stand to see you guys even give a shit. I used to hate to watch y'all on, not y'all, Taurus, because I know y'all not stupid. But these women sitting up, letting Kevin, what's his name, Samuels, and then they got some other broad with these bob and these glasses that's sitting up doing the same thing, critiquing women like... Yo, and Taurus, I was about to get messy as hell, wasn't I? Saved by the bell. I was about to say something real. I don't like that. That is insanity to me. They used to have me burning up like the top of my head. Like you could fry an egg on that motherfucker. Watching him tell women, I used to, man, they used to have me hot. Knight of Cups. And they just be taking it, these bitches. And the first broad to go tear somebody a new, asshole with their mouth, or sit there and let that man talk to them like that. Nope. That shit used to have me hot. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this King of Pentacles made a blind decision, and it wasn't a good one. We got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. See? It wasn't a good one. He's not going to get something. He ain't getting something because somebody walked away, and it has something to do with your heart, and that's that damn vampire shit. And again, this one don't even have to know he being a vampire. He being a vampire. You got the Three of Wands here. In the reverse, this person's plans didn't work. I hope that this is not you, Taurus. If it is, then you don't need to be doing this shit. You got, you are way too blessed to be doing shit like this. Masculine Tauruses too. And that's how I read the cards, y'all. If it's a king, it's a goddamn king. Goddamn it, shit. I don't got time for all that. I can't. I get too confused. But feel free. That's why I like to have the cards set up so that you could read along with me. And if there's something you want to add to the reading, because I've watched the readings. I watch all my readings. And I be fucking up, missing stuff. That, I should have said that or this or that, but... So if I miss something, then let me know, or don't say something. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind you helping me read the cards in the comments at all. Feel free. This is not about, you listen to me, I'm the reader. It's not about that. This is about growth and healing. And we have this freaking star card in the reverse. Yeah, somebody is trying to sacrifice you, and I don't think they even know it. A Two of Cups. Maybe this was really supposed to be your husband or something. This could be something from a past life coming back in. I'm telling you, that's some twin flames. Them twin flames. I don't think that this is a twin flame situation, though. But I do think that somebody is pulling from your energy. I don't think that they know. Judgment. Yeah, it was just bad judgment. It's weird how I pulled that out like that. I never do that. Just pull the card on the top. That's crazy. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody is a knight. And he's manipulative. This King of Pentacles in the reverse. He's broke and he's using women. And this isn't a good decision. Especially not right now. All these pimps that have risen up from the ashes of the darkness and shit now. Because, that's what they've done. Put all these organizations of pimps together. That wasn't a good choice. That wasn't a good decision. Not in the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius women are very much, a lot of them that I know have pimps because they are very masculine and they're trying to understand the game. Aquarians are like that. They are detached and mental air, so they won't be attached to their body like that. A lot of Aquarians don't move very well because they're in their head, so they don't move very well. Or they could be kind of mechanical, And that's just because they're in their head a lot. And I don't mean like they are not graceful or, but you'll notice that they could kind of freeze up a little bit or, just kind of, it's weird how it's like that. Because they do represent like that mechanical IT tech. They represent that. So, and that's why we got all the robot boyfriends and girlfriends being introduced, because that's very Aquarian. And then they take, I can't stand that they take these things and then they just do too much with it. Like, it could be a very great thing, but then they gotta corrupt it all the time and make it bad to keep everybody. It's just so stupid. I don't get it. Because, well, maybe that's why they want to keep us all in a low vibration. It's very important that they do with Aquarius now, too, because everybody's going to be rising up mentally. It's going to be hard to keep us in the vibration. That's why they had to get everybody into sinning and stuff. Doing a whole bunch of sinning and stealing and fraud so that they could trap you up. making me think of like Big U, or, you know, all those guys that were making all that money and involved in all that. And then, you know, then they sell you out. They tell on you. That's how the devil is, you know. That's what I was doing. I'm sorry. I was going to pull again. I wanted to get more. I don't like it. More. That's one thing that happened. So, you know, it might be a negative Taurus here. Some pimp daddy trying to play games. Let's see what else, though. Ugh, the devil and the Knight of Cups. Alright, fine. I think it's just that. This devil, this could be the music industry with this magician. This could be a musician. Page of Pentacles. A student. Somebody who just started in this business or something like that. And they're trying to get him. Maybe he's not bad yet, but he... Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is... Something isn't going. Something isn't coming in. Same as that other energy, though. It's pretty much the same energy. The Devil card is Capricorn. Could be business, but here I do think it's just something toxic, especially with this 8 of Swords and this 3 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I just wanted to try to get something a little better, different. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse with the Magician in reverse. So this is somebody that knew what they were doing or has made some kind of pact. Again, this could be music industry related. This is kind of bringing more energy out of it, though. I feel like somebody is like a messenger. I feel like somebody got turned bad, though. A Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody that got his self caught up. I feel like this could have been a good musician or somebody that was good, but they turned bad. This is like the Sith Lord, you know, somebody went to the dark side. Somebody, yeah, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Somebody has bad karma. Excuse me. Yeah, somebody was working real hard. This magician turned this wheel in reverse for somebody. I think that this is you, Taurus. I feel like I'm talking to a feminine, a female Taurus. I could be talking to a masculine that was doing this, though. I'm feeling both. I do feel like I'm talking to a Queen of Cups kind of energy, though. Somebody who's really sweet. And this is why this got to you. This is why these people, you know, and the sweetness, again, is why you were able to get out of this, too. Because you're sweet. Probably very charming, naturally, Taurus, you know. Just probably really sweet. The Tower in the reverse and a Page of Cups again in the reverse. I feel like you're going to grow out of this, though. The Queen of Cups is the most sweet. She's the most like a child queen. So I do think that you are going to grow as a feminine energy. I think that you're going to be a lot softer than both of these energies. So this Damsel and this Femme Fatale. You got Tower in the reverse. I think it's going to be hard. I think that you might get taken advantage of a lot because you are a Queen of Cups. Maybe it took you a while to grow into a woman archetype. So you're just there. You know, you're not fully into it. It's just going to take you some time being in that energy before you learn, you know. And we got the World in the upright. So something is ending. I feel, and look, it's it's like lovers in the middle. So I do think that's something from the past. It's funny how this Leo and this bull too, look how big the faces of the bull and the Leo is, compared to the eagle in the man's head. I just feel like that's significant, maybe. The Tower is Sagittarius. The wheel is Sagittarius. The Tower is Aries and Scorpio. And the world is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I feel like this whole music industry, pimp, magician thing is done. It's done. Somebody has done something and they've brought themselves bad karma. And you're the Queen of Cups. You don't have bad karma. You kept your sweetness. That pimp energy tries to take away your sweetness. They make you aggressive and, closed mouth, don't get fed, kind of, a real, like, ugh. They take your sweetness away. They make you, like, real aggressive and shrewd, and which isn't necessarily bad. That's why I said I don't think that energy was originally bad. I think that it's been corrupt so much so that I don't know if it'll ever be able to come back, but that's what I got for you, bulls. You got out of something and you're still going to be in your sweet energy. And I feel like the masculine energy that was doing this, though, oof, you got some secrets. Look, that's these three messing around under the moon, but they juggling. Or they can't juggle. They still trying to mess with you, Taurus. But this is coming to an end, and they got bad karma. So, don't worry about it. And I will do another reading for you, like in a couple days. But I just wanted to make sure I got you in so that I could give you some extra readings. And I will see you in a couple days, bulls. Peace.